So this is going to be a posterior shoulder mobilization. We're going to get a lot of the soft tissues of the shoulder as we're working into some rotation to hopefully stretch what's called the posterior capsule, basically the back part of the shoulder joint that sometimes can limit the shoulder sitting back really nicely. Often if you're having pain in the front of the shoulder, working back here can be really helpful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get on the floor. I'm just going to show you up here. I'm basically going to put this ball kind of anywhere on the back of my armpit, back of the shoulder here. So that could be the lat insertion is up through here, some of the rotator cuff muscles. I'm looking for a tender spot. So often we can get some trigger points or some lack of blood flow or just, can feel good to get some stimulation in there. And then I'm going to add a light stretch. So how it's going to look, I'm going to get on the ground. I'm going to pop this back here. And I'm just going to kind of roll around until I find a tender spot. And I found one right there. I'm going to sit this arm on the ground and I'm going to wave it back and forth. And then as I come here, the stretch of the posterior capsule is I'm going to gently press this down until I feel a light stretch across the top of my shoulder. As I do that, I want to also just gently make sure my shoulder isn't jumping forward, so I don't want this to happen. I want to get that ball into a tender spot and then apply some gentle motion. I say gentle because this can feel like a vulnerable position for the shoulder. This is what we call a capsular stretch. So it's not stretching a specific muscle, but we're trying to get the joint to move just a little further inside its container, which is called the capsule. And so I can explore here. Just make sure we don't have the elbow too straight. We want it at about 90 degrees. Do a couple, maybe 30 seconds, and then I'm going to roll around and find a new spot. I got one there, and repeat the process.